So today we are making our tassel and we're adding our signature ties to the little golden book. Almost finished with the shy little kitten. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm here with our little golden book. I'm still working in the shy little kitten. We are bound and I am going to work on our tassel today. And so let's go ahead and get started. So this is a beginner's junk journal series video we have made. This is our 5th journal that we have made start to done. So I have everything, the good, the bad, the amazing, and the ugly, the embarrassing. They've seen it all. So we have made our little golden book. We made a Reader's Digest journal with 3 signatures. We have done a journal out of a composition book, and it has been and a cereal box. It has been a lot of fun. And so at the end of this video, I will put the Beginner's Junk Journal series playlist up here, and you'll be able to click on that and see if there's something there that you might like to watch. The Beginner's Junk Journal series also came with a digital kit. It was special for the cereal box journal. There is a free digital kit. It's available for you to download in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. So let's go ahead. We are going to be working on our tassel. And I am using, this right here and these straws are items that came in the kit, the little golden book kit that I put together. These are extra things that I might want to use in it, okay? So you can use what's in your kit and and I'll show you the rest after. We're gonna go ahead and you see those really bright pink Barbie pink beads. Those are a little bright for me. Yeah, that's my favorite color actually, but for this journal I just don't think that they are appropriate. So I have a skewer here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the beads on this skewer. Shake our paint. Put some on my little palette there. Okay. So we're going to put paint on. Take paint off. Just trying to get these much lighter pink. Or lighter pink. So dry brushing them. Dry brushing, they look much more pink. So something as simple as dry brushing a little paint. Just trying to get the really bright. There's some bright in the middle here. Okay, and now I'm gonna try and separate them so they can dry. I'm happy with that. Okay, so from the really bright to this, and you can see the front of our book is light pink, so I think that that's just going to be a better color for that. Okay, so we have our straws. That's the next thing that we need to get together. Okay, so we'll save those. I can still use a couple. Okay, so in your kit you got some straws, and so you can actually make little beads out of your straws. Just something different. I wouldn't do this in a lot of my journals, but I thought little golden book, it would be kind of fun. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, so we have a couple of erasers. And so, oh, and I finally found my pens, you guys. They were all the way in the back of this drawer. And the drawer goes all the way back to the back of this desk. Okay, I'm going to do yellow because the pink is that bright pink again. So I'm going to go ahead with, you know what? White might be pretty on these. Okay, so these are going to be, those are really, really long ones. But you know what? Okay, so I'm going to stick the pen through the eraser. Okay, stick the pen through the eraser. Look at that. And then we can go ahead and add beads to the top of it and make like a little charm. Okay, so another thing that I've done and I do sometimes is I'll take eyelets. Okay, so I have this little green eyelet. Take my eyelet setter, which is my crocodile, and I'll set it and I'll turn it into a bead or a charm. Okay, so that's another thing that we will have here on the desk. And then remember, we've got these over here. So here's a butterfly eraser that I had in my stash. Okay, so there. I'm looking to see if there's any, yeah, there's a bead. Light pink. And there's a yellow. Okay. Okay, so those batch of beads mixed together, and then we'll come over here and grab my jewelry pliers. I'm going to use the purple one, which gives me the round edge. Oh good, the point came off. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn it. And then I'll take the blue, the light blue one, and I moved it so that it went down inside. And now I'm going to take this and straighten it up. There we go. Okay, so that is my little charm. There we go. We have a charm. And then we have our little butterfly. I want to give it a little head. So there's its little head. If you have something that could be antenna, you can put that right here. No Alvin today, you guys. I should have plenty of, I shouldn't be freaking out about time today. Okay, so there, that gives me a little bit of antenna. Okay, and so we'll go ahead and start with the circle right here. This is a much easier pin to, yeah, so these are like fancy pins. These are the David Tutero or whatever from Michael's wedding section pins. And one day I happened to not be buying anything that I was going to be able to use my coupon for, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to get some of those pins. And I did. Okay, so I'm taking this and pushing it inside so that hopefully the pointy edge, I'm going to go ahead and undo the pointy edge. My undo the pointy edge pliers are in the garden because my wire cutters, you guys, because I was working on stuff out there. Okay, that fixed it. Back in. I think we'll go ahead and, the other thing you can do is you can take your, you guys, I don't like the antenna after all. That's okay. Just roll it off, actually. Like that. Okay. Okay, that gives us that, and we can go ahead and just do a short flower one. Okay, so there's that one. So we have 2 butterflies and 2 flowers. And let's see, what else do we have? We have these cool yellow things. So I have these cute little kitty cat buttons. And I have some yellow buttons. So anyway, let's go ahead and go on to the next thing. So our beads, how are our beads? They're drying. Okay. Oh, you know what? I also had in my thing, I had a duck. I forgot about this. So all of the kits had one of these it was a bead. Okay, so the bead goes this way, but I'm gonna go ahead and we'll use this. I make that a little smaller, it can go right back into the styrofoam. Okay, so there's our little duck. There wasn't a cat, so. Okay, there's also a butterfly bead, and then there's like some charms. Now on the cover there is an orange butterfly. So, okay, so I have all that. We also have a couple of the bingo things. There's a bulb pin, looks like 2 bulb pins. I have some lace that we can use if we want to. And so let's go ahead and, oh, there's also this. Okay, I'm not going to use this in this journal, but I'll show you what I would do with it. I'm going to go ahead and pull some off, ending down here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and push this through the top. Okay, and that's going to give me my handle. Okay, so there's my handle. And then I have my gold. Okay, so I can go ahead and carefully take this off the cardboard, pull my handle, okay, grab it like this, and this is the wreath wire that I get at Michael's in the wreath area, and they'll have different colors, and at Christmas time they'll have gold. I don't know if they have it gold right now, but, and then I just wrap around it, around the neck. Okay, right there, and then cut it off. Cut it off. And take this piece and wrap it around, and where it comes at the end, push it up under just so that it won't come out and stick anybody. Okay, so there's that, and then you come back and you cut the bottom. Okay. And there you have a beautiful tassel. And like I said, I'm not going to be putting it with this journal, but this was part of this kit. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to be putting it with the Purple Kitty journal, you guys, because, you know, it matches perfectly for the Purple Kitty. If you're here for the premiere, I'm waving. Hi! And say hello to Lucy. Hi, Lucy. I'm so glad you're here and you've joined us today. I hope you'll come over and say hi in the chat if you're here at the premiere. If not, and you didn't know, we have a premiere brand new video every day at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it is usually a junk journal, and sometimes it might be a shopping haul or even happy mail. It's a lot of fun. We also have our Facebook group, Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie. It's a great growing community, and we'd love to have you join us over there. Again, the free digital that came with the Beginner's Junk Journal series, that's where you pick it up. It's in the file section of the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie's Facebook group. So let's get back to our program. So next I have some yarn, okay, and I go and take the skeins of yarn and turn them into balls. That's just how I do it, okay? So if I go like that, that looks like good length, okay? So I'm measuring the length of the book and then about half again as much, okay? And then I'll cut it. And I'm going to cut a few of these. Variety of the fluff. Okay, so that is the string, the ball of yarn that we're using. And then next I'm going to want strips of the fabric that I've been using. So, and I want them to be kind of small, like about between a half an inch and 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and I do like to rip, you know me, I like to rip them because I like that soft edge that the ripping gives. So there's one. Okay, so we're going to measure these. And we'll have a little bit left over that if one of our tags needs something, perfect. So I'm thinking 4 is a good number here. Okay, and then next we have our white fabric, and it's already cut, so it just needs the fraying taken off. Okay, so again, we'll measure these in and see how many we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is not quite long enough. We're going to cut this in half and put that over with those other 2. Okay. Oh, and then we have our lace. And I don't know what I did, you guys. I lost a brand new roll of this somewhere on the desk. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and we did use the lace. We're just going to cut a couple of these. And then I'm going to cut them again. It'll give me a different size, texture, and everything in there. Try and stay on the outside of the, they remind me of Cheerios. Stay on the outside of the Cheerios. Okay. So it looks like 2 totally different pieces of lace from this one piece of lace. Because I want a variety of the sizes of things in here. Okay, so put the Cheerio on that side and this one on this side. Okay, so you get a kind of a little bit of an idea of what we've got going here. And let's see how we like it with. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go ahead and line these up, and and we're going to pull it up at the center. There we go. And we need a washer or something round. So I have a washer. So this way it's probably going to be easier to thread it through it. So if you turn it, and if it's too big for your washer, try a key ring. Or a piece of jewelry that has a hoop. Which we did on the last journal that I made. Okay. Okay, so there's that side, and if we go to this side, this is what we look like. Okay, I like this better. Okay, so there's that. So now we're going to go ahead and let's use, what's a golden book? Let's use gold. Since it's a golden book, I should have used a golden washer maybe. That's okay. Trying to figure out what I did with the golden book spine. I wanted to do something with that, and I'm gonna have to look. There's like 4 boxes or 4 little things that have the stuff for this journal. That's too many. But with 3 journals all happening at the same time, because you notice I've not finished the bird journal. It's basically done except for some finishing touches. Okay, so there's that. So that is the fluffy tassel, and now we can go ahead and add things into it if we wanted to. So I know that there's some of these little yellow flowers on the cover. Let's bring the cover down here so that you can see. Okay, so we have this cute, the shells, the shell flower. Okay, so there's one. Pull the fray out. Maybe cutting strings here in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down. Good. I was going to say, hopefully it ends up a little different. Okay, so I have one left. I'm going to bring that down and put it on the bottom of one of these signature ties. Okay. Perfect. And that's just something I like to do, is to put things at the bottom of my signature ties. You don't have to, you can just tie your signature tie in a bow. Okay, let's see if we can. might not make it. Nope. Okay, so let's just tie this a few more times. Okay, there we go. Got one of those hanging down there. Okay, so let's see. Now the straws, we can just put those up on a piece of fabric. Okay, so you can just grab a piece of fabric. Thread your fabric through the straw. And you can use like red and white straws for Christmas or 4th of July. Okay, and then I'm going to tie a bow at the bottom of that. Okay, so that gives me one. And let's come and grab this one. Yeah, this one as our other one. Tie it in a bow. And so that gives us a little yellow, and then okay, then we have our bulb pin, which I'm just going to go ahead and grab my box because rather than wasting time looking for the bulb pin. Okay, so I have this, and I'm going to go ahead and take the long charm. Okay, and the butterfly. Okay, and I'm going to add those onto, okay, I want the butterfly on first because it's shorter. Okay, so butterfly first, then the longer one, because of the way that I'm going to put this on here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go up inside the wire, the wrapped wire, pull it up and pull it down. Okay, so that becomes part of the tassel as well. It's kind of a little dangle, but it's part of the tassel. Okay, there we go. And then okay, so this little guy can come down here and hang off of one of these. And let's see on that one if we can. And anything that you get in a kit, you don't have to use it. You can save it for something that, you know, that you're going to like it better, or you just might be overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that's in a kit, especially one that comes from me. So I just went ahead and tied this like this, and that gives me a knot up here. and I can go ahead and tie or do that. And it might pull down, but it's okay. Okay, so that gives me those two so far. Okay, so almost, you reminded me. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so we have this, and I know that I want to put at least one of these down here. Put it right here. Probably more than one. I like the dangles off the bottom. Okay, so now up here we're going to put our pink beads onto our black fabric, or you know what, how about onto our lace? Yeah, let's go on our lace. Okay. Just gonna use this crochet hook to pull it through. I don't know if it'll work. Yay. Okay, there's one. Okay, so just tying it in a knot carefully. Okay, we have a butterfly. We can tie that down here at the bottom as well. And then we can tie the heart down a little further. There we go. Okay. And we have our big bead. Let's put it on the black fabric. And I go ahead and spin it around, and I'm tucking it, and then as soon as I can get it, I'll pull it through. Okay. Now all these places that we've put knots are going to be shorter, obviously. So you might want to go around and add knots, just random knots to your other places. Okay. If you've seen the knotty tassel video, that's what you do, and that gives you some more texture if you need like texture in your tassel. I used to make really fancy barrettes with all the different kinds of ribbon, and then the knots. And the knots are what made it so cool. Because the satin ribbon would shine on the different places where the knots would be. It's like really a cool effect. Oh, I don't think we need to put our yarn up into... Oh, it actually fully went in the knot. That is not what I meant to do. Yarn out of there. Kind of looks like an octopus down here on the table like this. Just tying all of at least one knot in each one, and that will make it more even without having to cut off and waste any. And you can put some more straws on. You go like this and you go, oh, that one's really long. And I only tie knots in the lace, on this kind of lace, where it's holding something. I don't. Okay. Okay. And they can be at, your knots can be at all different lengths. They don't have to be, you know, in the same spot. Okay, so there is my knotty tassel with charms. Okay. And then go ahead and straighten things out till you like them. cracks me up because they always look like a person. Okay, and so let's see, our first two have strings. Our second one needs something, so we're going to go ahead and, you know what, let's add the butterfly button. Okay, so I'm going to go through it, back through it a couple of times, just like you would if it was a button. Okay, so one of them's in the front this time, and I'm going to go ahead and come around, and I'm going to tie, let's go ahead and open the book to the middle of the signature. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's do this one like, tie it first. So it'll hang, hopefully hang straight. Okay, and then piece of green straw down here, because why not? Give us all the colors. Okay, so that one has both of its strings. This one has one string. And so we have the duck down here. I think we'll put the duck down here. Or we'll hang him off the side. You know what? We have this. I think we have two of these, so. Yeah, the side charms I'll add last. Okay, so there's our big pink butterfly. We'll tie him on a few times. And he's a Dollar Tree butterfly, I believe. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and thread the needle. And we have a little orange butterfly. This one has side things, kind of like a button. I'm not going to do that. I'm I'm just going to tie it in a knot. So here we go. These are our charms for the bottom. And here is our tassel. So we have one more thing to do. We need to make a place for our tassel because I wasn't sure I was going to do one. So we're going to want it right here in the center. What I'll do is, because sometimes it happens that you decide after. It happens to me quite often. So I'm going to move my second signature over to make room to be able to put that in there. I'm going to grab the larger size hole. So there's two sizes on my crocodile. Let's see if I can get whatever's in here to come out. Of course not. Oh well. It'll come out when I go to do this. Okay, so lining it up. So there is a measurer right here, so you can get an idea, and then I'm gonna line my crocodile up with the seam line over here. And then I'm gonna look at it. Okay. And we'll use a pink little flower. Put that in. Okay, so using the crocodile to set it, and then we're going to want another bolt pin, and there were two in the kit, so anything after this would be out of my stash. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, put it in, pull it up. Okay, and then I like to turn it over. Okay, so that is my tassel and my little charms down here. Okay, and the kitty didn't get in here. Okay, so I have a kitty button. And you know what you could do is you could actually sew the buttons onto that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sew the kitty onto something. And then I can, this one has long enough string, barely. Or you know what? We'll just add one to the side, and I can make another butterfly. Okay, but I want something down here. Aha, pink heart button. Buttons are great on your signature ties and in the tassel. And I'm going to stick him to the straw. because there isn't quite enough room for him to hang down further. Okay, I like that better. Okay, and these we'll put over here. So that is my tassel. And I like tassels because my journals usually sit inside the shelf. So the tassels kind of identify what it is. And while we're at it, we will go ahead and add a 2020 to this journal. And whoever it belongs to, they can choose to keep it on there or take it off. But I have them. So and I get my 20, I buy these when the graduation stuff comes out. I usually pay full price for it because I don't want to miss getting them. This time I was able to get them at Dollar General though, so they were only $1, but I usually have bought them at Michael's or Joann's or somewhere like that. Okay, so it's got its 2020, and there is what you've got. I'm going to go ahead and cut that one and that one so you can see the I'll be able to use that lace on something, probably Christmas, because I'm doing Christmas at the, if you didn't know, working on Christmas in July, working on a little golden book, finishing up the bird book from the Just July, or Just Junk Journal Challenge for July. Okay, so there we go. I love it. I love the sound of these. And I think that that's going to be really fun. So we're going to go ahead and we'll be back with putting everything into this. Since this is a beginner's junk journal series video series, you get all the steps. Okay, so we'll be coming back and putting in the tags and the tucks and all of that. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Tell notifications that you want to know when you want all notifications. And I'm going to put the Beginner's Junk Journal Series playlist up here. And I'm going to put a tassel video over here. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, these are so that you have something to watch when you're done here, because YouTube really likes that. It really helps my channel. Bye. Bye-bye.